What's good, everybody? Welcome back to yet another video. I'm not sure if it's been a minute or not, but anyway, thank you guys for subscribing. I think we are 8 subscribers away to 2K. So the road to 2K is literally like 8 subscribers away. Very much excited. Thank you everybody for doing the most, and I hope that you're enjoying the videos, loving them, well, liking them, and of course making the a little bit of difference in your lives, or it's a bit of entertainment, whichever one it is. Thank you so much, really do appreciate it. And to everybody who's writing their exams, all the best. To the class of 2022, break a leg, kill it dead. If you are in varsity, register. Hopefully you guys qualified for your exams. So at UJ, before you write an exam, you must qualify, because they don't want people to play miracle makers. If you are short, you need 90% to pass the semester. There you are with your 10%. What are the chances? So I understand why it is that they make people qualify for exams, instead of just allowing everybody to write, because I'm kidding. All the best, guys. Okay, so fine. As you know that I have released 2 videos. The one where I spoke about how I bought my first car, and then the second one was how I paid off my car in less than 4 years. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Specifically, maybe for people who just started working or looking into buying a car, please do not forget that this is not financial advice. If you want financial advice, please consult with someone who's certified to give financial advice. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the money lessons that I've learned throughout the years, right? And please note, and that's okay, it's not financial advice, and I know nothing about finances. I know I did accounting in high school, but yeah, and I did very well in accounting. Yeah, anyway, that's that on that. Okay, so I don't have anything written, so basically this is like premeditated murder. No, this is impromptu sort of like video. I have nothing written down, so I'm just gonna wing it. Hopefully you guys do not get no, actually getting straight into the video. So I started working when I was in my 3rd year. So I was a tutor. I used to tutor informatics first year students at their Academy of Computer Science and Software Engineering, because I am bum.com. Yes, so that's what I did. And then I used to earn like 2 grand per month, and guess what, child? I used to save, right? So the most important lesson, or something that I wish I had done sooner, is saving, guys. For me, I feel like I should have saved the little money that I had, which I did. So when I earned 2 grand, I saved 1,000 rands. So already I had a bit of money that I would get every single month as an allowance for me to like survive varsity, in terms of like transport money and pocket money and food, whatever. So I already had some money. Now I had an additional 2 grand, so I saved 1 grand. So that happened for the first like 4 months, because the semester is literally like 4 months, because now you have exams. And now they were like, no guys, we're not gonna pay you, because you were not doing anything like really like okubone. But anyway, so I did save that. Even in the second semester, my debit orders was still going off for my savings, and they really helped me the following year, when before I got a job. So I did have a little bit of money, that I would sort of use or spend, if you get what I'm trying to say. So, and then when I started working, I did try to do a little bit of saving, but it didn't work out, right? But I feel like I should have saved my very first salary. You remember I did a video about how I spent my first salary. None of that went to savings, but again, these skills are savings. And then it's yeah, that's but anyway, guys, I've learned so much about that. Lesson number 2 is cash is king. What I've learned is that Yom Dasakaya, if you can buy it cash. If you can buy it cash, because I remember the first phone I bought, which was like a Samsung A5 2017. It was this in the same range as like iPhone 7 and iPhone 6 at the time. It was like 7.5 grand, and I bought it cash, right? Because I didn't want the monthly installments. I didn't want the monthly installments, but even though like eventually I did decide to like get an iPhone on credit, which I have paid off, and all of that. But I wish I had learned sooner. I think I've always known this, but I kept on putting myself into unnecessary debts. You get what I'm saying? So what I learned is that cash is king. If you can buy things cash, please do. If not, please save for them, right? Never take, like, the only debt that I would make currently, I think I have mentioned this, is when I buy a car and a house. Even the car, I would probably try to save up and take out like 50% deposit or 60%, and finance like really small amount, and even that small amount probably finance it for not more than 3 years. So yes, that's me. And in it, number 3 is managing my credit card. Shoo. Yours, Anna, a credit card is a much of a touchy subject, right? So this means, Bana, in this like money series videos that I'm making, I'm going to be a little bit vulnerable because child. So in 2017, I had taken a credit card. So the reason why I took the credit card was because I needed to build my credit score so that I could buy a car the following year. So I took a credit card because I was busy building at home, and I felt like, you know what, for the sake of me, having credit, I'll just take the some money. So I was just like, no, just keep it at like 10 grand. They're like, no, don't you want more? I was like, no, just keep it at 10 grand. I'll see what I do with the money. Fine. And I open a credit card, and then they give me the 10 grand. And luckily I don't, because I used to be very much of a shopaholic. Alala. I used to be very much of a shopaholic, and not anymore. The only time I go to the mall is to go buy groceries. And under that, anyway, moving right along. The fact that I took that money, I think I should have kept my limit at 2 grand. But anyway, I was a little bit like excited. I was like, ooh, this is excess cash. Biggest mistake I did was withdraw some cash, because I remember I needed to go to get some stuff delivered to my place, and for me to they needed cash on delivery, and I didn't have money. um but I think I should have transferred money from my credit to my debit card, but I don't know if that would have impacted anything. If you are someone who knows about these things, please let me know what's the impact. But I don't think there's an impact when you like like do transactions in your amongst your accounts. So that's what I did. I withdrew money, and the charges were insane. So yeah, so how I spent that credit card, I had bought some bricks, a sliding door, and a window for the what is it, lounge, for the lounge. So that's what I did with the money, and it finished. So as you would know or wouldn't know, you every single month you need to pay 3% of what you owe. So if you have a credit limit of 10 grand and you've spent 1,000 rands, which means that you need to pay back 3% of 1,000 rands, which I'm thinking it's 30 rands, right? So since I had spent all of it, so now I had to pay like 3% of all of it, which was like around 300 and something. And it was just an endless cycle that happened for a very long time, because I mean the whole of 2018, 19, 20, 21, I think it didn't stay the same, because at some point it was 20 grand, I had increased it by 10 grand, and then the one month I was like took 10 grand and replaced it. And then at some point I increased it by 5,000 rands, and I was meant to, you know, if I whenever I had increased it, the end of the month, I would go back and replace it. But for the longest time I didn't replace the money. And then the next time, or the following time, I had increased my limit. I had increased it by like 2 grand, right? Now it went all the way up to 17,000 rands. Yo guys, man city la mali credit card, it doesn't want to pay la, right? So I think the best thing I would have done for myself was to pay it off in big chunks of money and go to the bank to decrease the limit. Not pay big chunks of money and keep it there. No, just pay a big chunk and go reduce, decrease the limit. So only a few months ago, I just, you know, paid a very big, you know, payment. I made a very big payment. So out of that 17 grand, now I'm left with 5 grand. So the only reason why I'm not even closing it or reducing the limit further is due to the fact that it registered it as a credit inquiry. And I'm just like, but I was paying off your guys' debt. So almost in little, it was for more than 4 years I've been paying a credit card. Imagine if that money I had saved it. Imagine every single month the credit card would take like 500 rands, and then it would take a fees and all those like interests and whatnot. Sana just labeled by Indoni because I'm improvising. That's the word I was looking for. So yeah, and all of that. And then when it's done, out of the 500 rands, the amount that would be left in the credit card would most likely be 80 bucks. And imagine how like, what are the chances that you're gonna pay off that credit card paying 80 bucks per month? When are you getting to 17 grand? Yeah, so I made a huge chunk. So yes, that's that on that. So credit cards need discipline, and I wish I should have like acted on that, because I think I got too comfortable with paying the bare minimum, which was my biggest mistake, because I ended up paying for over 4 years for a credit card that didn't even have money. So literally I was just giving the bank money, you know. And lesson number 4, right, is the fact that if you know, too often we think people are jealous. Like, you know, we think people are jealous, they don't want us to also have the nice things. But trust me, what I have learned is that me living below my means has, I don't think I've always lived below 2021, I wasn't living below my means. I lived a little bit above my means, but 2022 has taught me that living below my means, is the best thing ever, you know. And I can't remember a day when I had like money problems in 2022. So I think also the fact that um I didn't have debts, sort of, you know, that also helped. But living below my means has saved me so much, and I'm glad that I didn't move out when I wanted to move out, because I wouldn't have been able to pay off my debts. So lesson number 5 is that uh, be a Lannister and always pay your debts. Okay, so I've learned that um I've always known myself that I don't like debt, but sometimes, you know, when you think you have money, like I said, idling money is bought money is gone money. So sometimes I had felt that I had a bit of money, so that's why I make debt, which is strange, because if you feel like you've got a bit more money, why don't you rather than buy things cash? Because most when you think you have money. Anywho, Yeah, so that's, I think that was one of the reasons why I kept on not kept on taking debt. But also one of the most things that I'm grateful for is the fact that I never like took clothing accounts and all of those things, and I buy clothes cash. Everything now I buy cash. I think as of so I paid off a whole lot of things. I paid off my phone. I literally had two contracts. I had two. I had the router contract and the phone contract, which I paid off last year. Um, what other things did I have? I don't think I had a lot of like debts, but it was like those things. And oh, I also had a car that I had to pay off. So basically what I had done was making sure whatever debt I had, I didn't make any new debt. So due to the fact that I had like a judgment against my name from this other company, so it sort of like ruined my thing. Not that I wasn't paying them or anything, not that I took their stuff and never returned it. It was yeah. Anyway, so that also allowed me to not take any more debt, which was awesome for me. It was so much great. Also, last but not least, shoo, um, I vow to living debt free. You know, I'm not saying or projecting saying everyone should live debt free. At the end of the day, if you want to go take debts or go make debts, make it. Like it's your decision, it's your life. But from me to myself and I have vowed I will never take anything on credit. Um, not even a car. Guys, if I can, I would go swipe my BMW M2 competition. That's the car that I would like to drive. I will drive it, but I don't know how that's gonna work out. But if I can, I'm most definitely going to swipe it. But I'm vowing myself to not, succumb to debt. But the only debt I'm gonna succumb to is a car and a house, right? Because I mean, who's got 2 million rands to buy a house? Well, there are people who have 2 million rands to buy a house, but I don't have it yet. Okay, so anything else like a phone, anything, clothes, shoes, whatever, I'm not about that life. I don't know. No. So yeah, guys, basically, oh, also on the tip of saving, right? When we talk, I think too often I felt under pressure to save a lot of money. That's why I wasn't saving for the longest of times. I think even when I did save, it was for a very short space of time because is and problems would arise. Um, so yeah, so that's that on that. I would, saving doesn't mean you must save 10,000 rands. Saving doesn't mean save 20 grand, doesn't mean save 5,000 rands, it doesn't mean save 1,000 rands. Saving could mean that save anything. If you can afford to save 100 bucks a month, trust me, that 100 rands in the next 5 years is going to make so much. Okay, let me not lie to y'all. It's not gonna make much of a difference, but it's gonna be better than someone who wasn't saving at all. Because right now, I don't have that excess 100 rands that I would have been saving for the past 5 years. So regardless of what you're going to be doing, where you're going to be, you're still going to have that money in excess, whether it's 200 rands or regardless of that. So I think also that, would slightly like discourage me in terms of like saving. But Sana, I'm getting back into the habit, and I wouldn't say I'm loving it, but I think it's yeah, I can't find the word for it, but that's that and that. Okay, so that's it for me today. Those are the money lessons that I've learned. And in my next video, don't know what I'm going to be talking about. I would be lying to you. Usually I give you guys a heads up, but I don't know because even this one was improvised. So hopefully you did enjoy the video. If you have any money lessons that you might have learned, so obviously I don't have anything written down. I must have missed out a lot of points. But that's that on that. If you know anyone, please share them in the comment section. and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Bye.